What's up, everybody? Welcome to MTGV Crime Podcast. How's everybody doing today? If you're here on the replay, please smack that thumbs up, leave a comment. Be sure to push that notification bell so you know every time I go live. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Please smack that thumbs up. Please share this out. So today I am going to be talking about a 5-year-old little boy who was found 2 years ago in a Las Vegas suitcase. They finally arrested his mother. They arrested her so-called friend, I believe a few months before. But we ain't going to waste no time. Shout out to Team Viral. Shout out to the winning team. Welcome in, everybody. Again, please smack that thumbs up. And shout out to BFF in the building. Yes, happy Friday. Man, so I'm gonna read a little bit first and I'm gonna jump right into it. It was so much information and I literally just started putting this stuff together a few hours ago. It took me this long to get what I do have, so I'm gonna do another part. Not tomorrow, because I'm gonna give myself time to put it together so I don't have to do it in one day. But hey, this is what we talking about right now. It is a heartbreaking case. This 5-year-old little boy did not deserve what he got. And so it's been a long road, and I'm so happy that they finally caught this person. Now, here's another case that social media helped solve, okay? This is another case where IG was involved because the first person they arrested, she went live almost every day. And the evidence was in her background, y'all. And the evidence is the suitcase itself. So let me pull up this picture right quick so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna give y'all some visuals on a few people first before I start playing these videos. So this is the suitcase right here, a very distinctive suitcase. Who wouldn't recognize this if they seen it? I mean, everybody don't have this suitcase. This is the suitcase that they put the little boy in. His name is Cairo Jordan. His father would have took care of him. His grandparents would have taken care of him. But what did his mother do? She left. She cut everybody off, and nobody knew where they were. They didn't see her for a couple years. This is the mother right here. Her name is Dejaune Anderson. I'm probably saying it wrong. Dejaune or something. Dejaune Anderson. She's 38 years old. So she is being held without a bond. She's been charged with the big M. Neglect of a dependent and obstruction of justice in connection with the unaliving of her 5-year-old boy, Cairo Amar Jordan. So let's get into it. In April of 2022, a mushroom hunter in Washington County stumbled across a suitcase containing the boy's remains, and he called 911. The case went unsolved for months as the investigators were unable to identify the remains. So let me put this clip up that I have, just so you can see the area that his body was found in. Oh shoot, I done rearranged these videos. Oh my God. Hold on, let's see.
Your savior is the breath. Your savior is meditation. Your savior is crystals.
That is not the one I want to pull up. Not at all. So let's see. I want to just pull up the area. Well, I tell you, this is so small. We gonna just have to go through them, I guess. So we get to it. There you go. The second try. That's good. Okay. Let me move this comment. Hey, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please do. Please smack that thumbs up for me. I see y'all in the building. Please smack that thumbs up. So, in April of 2022, a mushroom hunter in Washington, D.C. stumbled across the suitcase. He called 911. The case went unsolved for months as investigators were unable to identify him. So within those months, they put him to rest. They put the little boy to rest. The community came together and they had a funeral for him, a burial, and they didn't have a name on it, on the on his headstone and stuff. They said they left a spot so they could put the name in there later. And I just thought that was nice. They had a real service. A lot of people were there and they didn't know who this little boy was, but they knew that somebody did this to him, and he had no one. They didn't know who he was, but guess what? They found out who he was because the two females that got arrested, their fingerprints was on the plastic bag. Okay, so that's how they were able to find out who he was. And so the case went unsolved for months as investigators were unable to identify him. In October of 2022, 6 months after the suitcase was discovered, Indiana State Police revealed they'd identified the boy as Cairo. They also arrested Dejaune Coleman, a friend of Anderson, and said they were looking for Anderson, a Georgia resident who bounced around different cities, including Houston, Las Vegas, San Diego, and San Francisco. So she was doing all kind of stuff when she was on the run. Shout out to Tamika Davis. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming in. Shout out to the AFC podcast in the building. The Advocates for Children. So yeah, please smack that thumbs up. I think we got this one today. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if I say something wrong, Jay. Stick around. So the search for Anderson finally ended March 14th, 2024, when the U.S. Marshals caught up with her in California. She was booked into the Washington County Jail on March 31st, and she appeared in court for the first time on Tuesday. So we gonna go through this. Let me see. We already established I don't have these in order. Now, I was doing good, and then I don't know what happened. But let's see. Now, this is actually one that I do want to pull up because this is before they actually arrested her. Before they arrested Dawn. And Cairo was actually with them. They were in a high-speed chase. They were speeding away from the cops. They were going 90 in a 60 zone, and they went 30. They were going over 30 miles, and they went 30 miles. They had the police chase them for 30 miles, but they ran out of gas. That's the only reason why they stopped. Here we go.
On a blustery Saturday night in March, a South Carolina state trooper said this 2019 Dodge Challenger was going more than 30 miles over the speed limit. With sirens on, he chased for 30 miles until...
You think he ran out of gas?
They ran out of gas, and troopers used a pit maneuver.
Pit.
Eventually, the Challenger died.
Put your hands up!
They surrounded the car and repeatedly asked the driver, Dejaune Anderson, to open the doors.
We're gonna bust the glass!
When the doors finally opened, troopers took out Dejaune Coleman first.
Oh no, there's a baby right there. I don't have nothing.
Then they pulled out Dejaune Anderson. With the two in handcuffs, they turned to the 5-year-old in the back seat.
Here, hold your jacket, okay? Back out. Let's try to get you out of here. Y'all just ran out of gas?
Yes, that's why we were trying to hurry up and get
the Georgia. All right, ma'am, you are under arrest. that?
Dawn Coleman says she's the child's aunt and can take care of him.
That's all, Lieutenant. Okay. And see what you want to do with me, sister, is get the child.
Yes.
Yeah, Jay is right. They are absolutely evil. That poor baby was in there, and I don't even know why he remained with them. Talking about go with his aunt. He should have been given to somebody else. Like his family that would have took care of him and we wouldn't be here today. Shout out to Kicking It with the Rooks. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, this is a wild one, Rooks. So, let me see. Just making sure I ain't missing nothing. They are truly evil. And he said, doing much better. Great energy today. Me great energy today or you great energy today? One of them practices witchcraft. Exactly. That was the part that I did not know. So I got a couple videos because it appears that they met online because I don't know how to say her name. The mother. Dejaune, so I don't know. But anyway, the mother, she was seeking help, claiming that her little boy had demons. And so she was looking for somebody to help her. And I hope my phone, I think I got it. Can y'all hear me? Because I don't know why the music went out. But hold on. Let me double check to make sure I'm still hooked up. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, hold on. Boy, if it wasn't for me having these having the music on a little bit, I wouldn't even know. Dang, get on my nerves. Mic check, mic check. Can y'all hear me? And I know it don't like being on that, so I don't even know why it... Okay. All right, so let me pull up another video, but let me move this picture out the way right quick. Can y'all hear me okay? Let me know. It's always something. So these are, this is just a picture when he was much younger. And what she did, the father hasn't seen this little boy since 2017. They was in a custody battle. She didn't show up to court. She wasn't trying to let the father see him. Just one of those stupid things. I don't know why people do this, but and she didn't have a job or anything. I'm not sure if she was getting assistance. I don't think she was. Because she was, I think she was doing some street work. I heard, you know what I'm saying? But I believe that they met online because she had reached out to a priest for help, talking about her son. She believed that he was possessed. Let me see if I could see this. Oh, that's way too little. All right, let me play these videos. Okay, so this is the video that is showing that suitcase in the background, y'all. I went to her channel because she got a couple of them, but I actually found the video or a video that you could clearly see this suitcase. Now, this is why I said IG helped solve it, because the police, they the ones that knew that she had reached out to the priest, because he obviously didn't go to them and say, hey, this lady reached out to me, because he didn't even know that she had messaged him. He never got it, because she was talking about the son was evil and all of this. So I think what she ended up doing as an alternative is reaching out to this lady who was very vocal online about what she does. She got people calling her Mama God and all of this crazy stuff. She, you know, she does readings and all this kind of stuff on people. Let me pull up some of the things that people had to say, and she was very good at posting, like, you know, testimonials. So this is some of what she does: intuitive reading types, financial guidance, general. Now, I want to say that I don't know much about this. I don't get into this kind of stuff. I don't know nothing, for real. So y'all can see it. I ain't about to read this stuff because I don't want to put no bad juju out over here. I don't know what all this stuff is, but this is what she was into. This is how she was making her money, and she had people that was following her. It's so many lost souls out in this world. They just want to have somebody that they could look up to, somebody that they could follow. And a lot of people is just going on the internet believing in these people like they God. And so these people, she had people convinced that she wasn't human. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful letting people read you and break chakras and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all what it's cracked up to be, because a lot of these people are losing their minds messing around with this stuff. Well, I'm talking about a lot of people in the world have turned away from God, and they're doing this kind of stuff, witchcraft. You know, and that's a lot. So yeah, she hacked. Let me move that. I'm gonna go ahead and let me delete that. Here's one right here. She is not human at all. The power she possesses is extraterrestrial. She has assisted in my soul healing beyond measure. I can't keep quiet about it. Who she is. Let me read it normal. She is more than she claims to be. I swear, man. Go get a healing from her, please. She is a mother of, I don't know who that is. And I'm her daughter. So yeah, she had a lot of people calling her mama this, mama God, mama. She was calling people daughter. And so she is the real deal. She not a shady, clout chasing spiritual practitioner. Practitioner. Never mind. She really do this for the collective. I'ma rep my divine mommy. Oh, they call her mommy too. Until I fake die. They don't believe death is real, I guess. Go get healed. You got money issues, life issues. Go to her, bruh. She asked that y'all meditate and breathe in your belly. Go on her page. She got lives teaching y'all to breathe in belly. She does not trauma bond, okay? So please, no, she is real. Man, listen. People are lost out here, and they trust in anybody that they come across online. They looking for daddy. They looking for mama. They looking for validation. I don't know, but this is nuts. All right. So y'all get the drift. So I'm going to just go through these videos however they play, because they all out of source. So
your savior is the breath. Your savior is meditation. Your savior is crystals. Your savior is nature. Your savior is herbs. Everything natural. Y'all not, Jesus not coming because he already here. He ain't fucking with nobody. You hear me? You make sure when you incarnate that you incarnate in a high vibrational family that's already spiritually tapped in. Because when you fucking bring your vibration down lower and lower every time you go, you incarnate in one of the worst fucking families with no love to help you wake up. What you do in this life is preparing for the next life or wherever you go. No more human shit. We can't do it. There are actually humans here that are mortal. We are not. Put you in a jar or something, you gonna get mad. But that same powerful motherfucker that you came to pull your blockages off of you, what you think they can do to you? I'm not just a healer. I'm not all love and light. And dark isn't bad. Dark is power. Dark and power. If we can take it off of you, what you think we can do to you? Your savior is the breath. Your savior is meditation.
Man, let me tell you. Let me move this up off the screen. Hold on. Man, mama God and what? I don't want my God talking like that. I'm just saying. Y'all going, man, let me just report the story. Let me, hold on. Goodness gracious. Hold on, y'all.
Of course, a story we've been following now for 6 months.
And this is a case that has captivated Central Indiana. In fact, much of the country as well. Tonight, state police need your help to find this woman. This is Dejaune Anderson. We first showed you her picture last night at 5 o'clock. They believe she was last seen in the Los Angeles area.
State troopers tell us they have already arrested another suspect in this case, the woman you see here, Dejaune Coleman. However, we don't know her relationship to Anderson. Social media posts from both women indicate they believe the little boy was possessed by a demon.
Today, we learned the little boy's mom contacted a local exorcist just days before that body was discovered.
Here's our Rich Nye with the latest.
This Las Vegas suitcase was found in the woods at the end of a dead-end road in eastern Washington County on April 16th. The little boy inside, we've now learned, was 5-year-old Cairo Jordan from Atlanta. His father shared these photos on Facebook. Just 4 days before the body was discovered, court records say Cairo's mother, Dejaune Anderson, tried to contact Father Vincent Lampert on Twitter. I need to speak with you urgently. I have survived the death attacks from my 5-year-old throughout the 5 years he has been alive. I have been able to weaken his powers through our blood. Father Vince never got the message. He hasn't used his Twitter account in 5 years. But he says an exorcism should never harm the person.
A demon is a spirit. It doesn't have a body, so inflicting pain really then would be on that person, their body, and not on any evil spirit that would be present. So there would never be a reason to bring about any physical harm to someone who may be dealing with the demonic.
While police look for the mother, Dejaune Coleman is in custody, awaiting extradition from San Francisco to Indiana. Coleman's Facebook page is filled with references to evil spirits. This post from April 8th includes, "Nothing is what it seems, and we are catering to evil beings and children avatars that aren't even children."
A child cannot bring upon any type of demonic activity through their own actions. God would protect and safeguard children because of their innocence. Now, if a child is being afflicted by evil, then someone who has authority over them, such as a parent or a guardian, would bear that responsibility.
Of course, a story we've been following now for 6 months.
And this...
Okay, so that she actually went to him after, a few days before they caught her. Wait, let me hear that one more time, just that one part.
Of course, a story we've been following now for 6 months.
And this is a case that has captivated Central Indiana. In fact, much of the country as well. Tonight, state police need your help to find this woman. This is Dejaune Anderson. We first showed you her picture last night at 5 o'clock. They believe she was last seen in the Los Angeles area.
State troopers tell us they have already arrested another suspect in this case, the woman you see here, Dejaune Coleman. However, we don't know her relationship to Anderson. Social media posts from both women indicate they believe the little boy was possessed by a demon.
Today, we learned the little boy's mom contacted a local exorcist just days before that body was discovered.
Here's our Rich Nye with the latest.
Oh, okay. Days before the body was discovered. So she contacted him later. But why would she say that her son, why would she be telling the story as if he wasn't already gone?
I'm telling you, I am not human at all. If you were one of the chosen, one of the extraterrestrials, and you know you signed a contract to be here, even if you don't get the download to go off the grid, get your ass in nature. We are not human. We came here to transcend human emotion. You cannot walk around here as an extraterrestrial chosen one with fucking gifts, walking around here with low self-worth in your heart chakra. And I do mystical things because I am a mystical being from another planet. If you really about this spiritual shit like you guys say, you would meditate and raise your vibration. Every animal that they said that was extinct is about to come up and out of the inner earth. Stop watching that motherfucking news. If you in any way know that you had a contract and you are not human, get your ass in nature now. I'm telling you, I am not human at all.
Man, that is wild. That is wild. I mean, and like I said, these type of unalivings, parents doing this to their kids is on the rise. Like, it's happening so much. So many people have turned away from God and they're seeking these type of things. And it's like witchcraft, I seen WICC, which is witchcraft, I guess, and it's there's hashtags trending that billions and millions of people are following, like ex-Christian type of thing. And shout out to She Rose Nation, because I got a couple clips from her, the like the body cam footage and stuff like that. But shout out to her. But yeah, Jay said it's a hustle. People are dumb enough to pay for it. Exactly. It's definitely a hustle. Like, but it seems like, okay, so the only other case that I covered before that involves this type of thing was Alexis Ware. She disappeared, never to be found again. And I remember her talking about, she had went to her neighbor's house and said that she was doing some groundwork or something. And I didn't know what it meant. I'm probably not saying it, shadow work. And I didn't know what it meant. Something about something buried and all of this stuff. And I found out it's like you working through all the things that you've been through in life and you putting it out there and then you bury it or something like that. Now, I mean, I don't know. I can't even really speak on it. You remember Alexis Ware? Yes, they never found her, but they had that body cam footage. You could hear her talking to the neighbor. It was just weird. So I don't know, like messing around with this kind of stuff, it's like people end up losing their minds or something. They really do. It's like they really believe they got these powers. I didn't mean to have this. Let me see. Well, I guess, yes, okay. Hold on, y'all.
Pt.1 833, State of Indiana versus Dejaune Anderson. Ms. Anderson, for the record, would you state your full name, please?
Yes, I am Princess Kalithia Hatan Tupape II, representing the entity Dejaune Anderson.
You're known as Dejaune Anderson?
I'm representing the entity as Dejaune Anderson.
Your date of birth?
My date of birth is February 2nd, 1961.
That would make you how old?
That would make me 63 years old.
And the last four digits, your social security number?
I do not have a social security number. I have a declaration of nationality underneath the Washita Moors of the Indigenous People of United Nations, Chapter 215.
Any drugs including alcohol today?
No, I'm not.
You read and understand the English language?
Yes, I do.
If I say something you don't understand, will you let me know?
I will most definitely will.
P210 F1 833, State of Indiana.
All right, so yeah, that's her. Although I didn't really mean to play that video yet, but that's her, and she's finally in court. I mean, finally. She just been out here chilling for 2 years after doing this to her child. And so she actually wants to represent herself. And so the judge was just asking her, like, you sure you got this and all this? And she told him, I'm a history major. He said, that don't make you a lawyer. And so then she objected to something, and he told her basically like she didn't know what she was doing. And when she was walking out, he's like, yeah, appoint her a attorney, whatever. If she can prove that she can comprehend and understand what's going on, then we'll go from there. Yeah, could you imagine a poor little kid? Like they said, the Dawn chick would babysit him. You know, this somebody I'm sure she met online. She already, you know, she ripped him away from her family, his dad, and everything. And he just had a birthday. As a matter of fact, when they told the father, that was the little boy's birthday. He would have been 6 years old. And it's also around the same time that he went missing. It's like they do. It seemed like they be doing that on purpose to make the dates mean something. It happens a lot, and I do truly believe they do it on purpose. Cause I don't believe in coincidences. So, I watched some of that yesterday. Did you? Yeah, she lost her mind. I just wanted to come and just cover the basics of it because I'm gonna be talking about it because it's a lot going on. But so the judge ordered her held without bond and told Anderson he revisit the bond issue if Space Force comes forward to tell him they're willing to monitor her. She's due back in court. Wait a minute, hold on, hold on. Let me start at the beginning because that's what she said. Like the lady, somebody said that she was a fugitive on the run. And she was like, how can I be a fugitive when they've been following me around for 8 months and all of this stuff? Shout out to Mouthpiece. Welcome in. It is mind-blowing. It is. And it's a lot of people. Like, just when I scroll through, like, the vertical feed, all I see is people reading and stuff. You know, people are really getting into this stuff. And like I said, those hashtags, there's a lot of people, you know, following it. It's like people looking for something, someone to lead them, someone to follow and all of this stuff. But so after, you know, during that hearing, it lasted about 15 minutes. But Anderson told the judge she had been followed by NSA surveillance for months and questioned how she could be considered a fugitive when she was already being monitored. She also claimed a detail from Space Force was watching her every move. I heard her say something about military. So Judge Larry Metlock ordered her held without bond and told Anderson he'd revisit the bond issue if Space Force comes forward. So he was just playing around because he was like, oh, that's ironic. We just, from what I heard, they just located you. You know what I'm saying? So he also said to tell him they're willing to monitor her. So she's due back in court later this month. We are going to follow this, y'all, and court records indicate it. So according to the court documents, Anderson was convinced a demon lived inside of her son. Multiple social media posts showed Anderson wrote about hexes and curses and protection spells and reversal spells, and she wrote of rituals and said that her son was 100-year-old demon, and the avatar was her son's face, basically. So saying that, you know, it wasn't him. Man, that poor baby. Could you freaking imagine? Like, this is the person that's supposed to protect you and love you. And they said that he basically, he passed away from like a gastro virus. Or it's like he had something going on that gave him diarrhea and vomiting. And he had some type of stomach virus, but he was severely dehydrated. He wasn't being taken care of. And it ain't no telling, you know, what really happened to him. But that's what they said. I mean, they said that it wasn't like you couldn't see just by looking at him what was wrong. But the Dawn chick said that she seen the mother on top of him or something. But the autopsy, you know, I would have thought would have showed that, you know. Now, I don't know how many days he was out in the element before he was found. But I don't think it was very many. But I don't know. I didn't look for that. Because I ain't think about it because I was too busy editing, trying to get this show, just trying to get in here. Damn, she got a point, though. Who, me? Oh, or she? Oh, the lady talking about the Space Force, they probably was following her. Maybe they don't want us to know. I mean, they got ways to find people. You know what I'm saying? They got all kind of stuff that we don't know about. And it's getting more sophisticated every time. You know, y'all see they had the drones inside a Diddy house. And they got the the robo dogs and all that kind of stuff that they only pull out at certain times. They got some stuff. Highly technical. But man, that poor child, I just couldn't imagine. Just a cute little boy too. Like I don't really like to put up too many pictures of the kids. Like for whatever reason, everybody else can have now this was in the past. Everybody else will have their thumbnails with the kids. Me, when I do it, they cut off my comments. I don't know why they do that, but that's why I don't really like to show kids. But yeah, she definitely was. That's what I'm saying. Like you be playing around with that stuff and then actually get messed up. I can't imagine all that little baby went through. Exactly. Poor baby, man. She could have just took him back to his family. She sounds educated and on the other hand, weird. Yeah, she definitely do. Definitely weird. She look weird. Wait a minute, did I put some pictures in here? I think I did. More than the ones I already showed. But she looked totally different. Like she looked much older on this picture with the makeup versus the afro, and I didn't put the afro in here. Let me see. There's some more prices. This is how she was eating every day. And I know she was telling people, she was like, I come on here because people, so people will see me because they don't be hitting me up. So she goes hard for this money. And then dumb enough, look at that suitcase, clear as day in her background. Let me show that again. If I can pull it up without, let's see, not that one. But yeah, this is the element that he was out in, and the guy found him. He said he was just sitting there, and he happened to look up. Something caught his attention. Basically, he noticed it. He went over there. He seen the suitcase. He was going to call the cops, but then he was like, well, I don't want to call him out here for nothing. So he went ahead and opened it and discovered his face. I mean, he seen his face. He knew that it was a boy. He called 911, very disturbed, like not like some of the other 911 calls that I hear. I'm like, dang, didn't they just say they found a dead body and they sitting up here real calm about it? Yeah, she could have been monitoring her to gather more evidence. I believe that I definitely believe that because they probably was watching her for a period of time. I don't know if they would watch her for a whole 8 months. But that's what make it mind-blowing. Man. Yeah, they could have been monitoring her the whole time to gather info. Yeah, she looks tracked out of her mind. She definitely looked like something is going on. And to say that she's 63 or 68, 63 years old, girl, what the heck? That my mind won't even let me understand that. It's weird. It's too weird for me, man. Weird. You hear her say that something about love and light and the dark is power. And then when I heard dark is power, I was like, dang, is that why I like being the dark? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely a night owl. I mean, I could sleep all day and be up at night and get a lot of stuff done. There's something about, that time of night ain't too much moving. It's real peaceful. I think well or whatever. But I know also, cause, being on here, that 4 a.m. is demon time. I be hearing people talk about stuff like that, saying that they going to the graveyards and all kind of stuff, man. Like, it's too weird for me. I will definitely pass. Why leave the kids alone? Exactly. Why not just let him go with his dad? His dad wanted him. Obviously, they was in a cold custody battle. And then she just dip out with him. And then they, she also went to a store. I think I got that in the next video. She was shoplifting somewhere. Thief. And she punched the security guard in his face. Let me see if I got that.
On April 16th of this year, a mushroom hunter came across this suitcase on an isolated road in Washington County, Indiana. When officers responded, they found a young black child inside with no visible cause of death. For months, there were no witnesses or family members who came forward to claim the boy, and no matches to any missing children. Police took in thousands of tips, but they led to nothing. Then, finally, a match with the fingerprints on trash bags found inside the suitcase, leading police to 2 suspects. Today, that break in the case, ISP identifying 2 women, one of whom is in custody, the other is still on the run.
Found that boy not too long ago, just 6 months ago, said he was fearful that he would go the rest of his life without ever knowing this boy's name.
I'll never forget that words that state trooper told me. There's not going to be a moment lost that we won't be looking and trying to help this little feller. And he promised me, and he came through, that he would find who done this.
At this time, we can also identify, identify the young man that was found in the suitcase. He was Cairo Amar Jordan.
Cairo Jordan? Man, that sounds so good. Cairo Jordan.
The boy Jeff found dead and in a suitcase just off this road, where a small white flag still marks the spot. Of course, today's news only bittersweet. The woman facing murder charges still at large.
Dejaune Ludi Anderson, 37, of Atlanta, Georgia, who is the mother of the deceased child.
The probable cause affidavit shows Anderson sent Facebook messages claiming her son was a demon who tried to harm her. She wrote to an Indiana pastor saying she believed he was actually 100 years old and she used blood for some kind of exorcism. In reality, he was a defenseless 5-year-old boy who an entire community rallied around, and Indiana State Police were able to identify.
It feels like the weight of the world went off my shoulder because I got his name now. I did not want to go out of this world without knowing that little boy's name. Because when I first saw that little feller's face, it was like he was screaming help to me. The only help I know to do is to call 911. And that's
Poor
what I did.
baby.
And it worked. Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Thank God for the Indiana State Troopers.
On April 16th of this year, a mushroom...
Heartbreaking, y'all. Heartbreaking. Now, I didn't know until now. I'm happy I went back to the article because it says Coleman admitted that she helped Anderson dump the 5-year-old boy's body. She pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit unaliving, and in November of 2023, she was sentenced to 30 years in prison, with 5 years suspended to probation. Coleman also agreed to testify against Anderson as part of her plea deal. Wow. So I wonder if they got that televised. I'm gonna look for that. I did not know. Mother. So she was arrested in California. So, hold on. On Friday, Indiana State Troopers or State Police announced the arrest of her as part of their investigation into the unaliving. Anderson was arrested after U.S. Marshals found her in the suburbs of Arcadia, California. She was arrested on the Big M warrant out of the Washington County, Indiana, that was originally issued in October of 2022. Her other charges include neglect of a dependent resulting in unaliving, that is a level 1 felony, and obstruction of justice, a level 6 felony. Anderson had been on the run for nearly 2 years, evading the law enforcement by traveling to Houston, Las Vegas. She was traveling everywhere. What was she? You know what? Louisville. Oh my God. So I hope y'all can hear me because I see that my phone is ringing. Hold on. Oh my God. She just drives me nuts. She don't call me till I get on here. God damn it. Can y'all hear me? I can't hear I know y'all was saying that y'all could hear me before, but my If my earbuds is, y'all can hear me, but it probably don't sound the same. So let me fix that. Wait a minute. Why is that not highlighted? Something ain't right. They kicked off the last damn time. Ah! Hold on. Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe and press that notification bell. Thank you for sharing me. Thank you for sharing me. Thank you for sharing me. For sharing me. For sharing me. For sharing me. Thank you for so much. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Let me look at the comments. Let me move this thing first. This thing is tripping. Let me move this. Mic check, mic check. I sound clear. I sound good. You good, Queen? Okay. I know that it's different though, y'all. Like when I listen to the replay, I can hear it and it sounds terrible to me. But okay, y'all can hear me. Long as y'all satisfied, okay? So let me find my place. So her other charges include neglect of a dependent resulting in an unaliving, level 1 felony, and obstruction of justice, a level 6. So Anderson had been on the run for nearly 2 years, evading the law enforcement by traveling to Houston, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco because she was out there. She was getting flued out. She was going to events and hooking up with people. You know what I'm saying? A little prosty going on. So authorities were alerted to Anderson's possible whereabouts after ISP detectives received a news tip from a concerned citizen. Really? So Anderson on the West Coast as she was attempting to board a public transit. Oh. So the marshals, this led to the U.S. Marshals finding Anderson on the West Coast as she was attempting to board a public transit. So ISP said detectives with its Sellersburg post are currently traveling to California as part of the investigation. So Anderson's being arrest brings to a close to the troubling investigation that began April of 2022 when a suitcase containing Cairo's body was found by a mushroom hunter. However, Anderson did not act alone with her transporting a suitcase containing Cairo. Police announced the arrest of 40-year-old Dawn Elaine Coleman in San Francisco in connection to the unaliving investigation on October 19th of 2022. An arrest warrant had been issued for Coleman that also included the unaliving charge, neglect of a dependent, and obstruction of justice. Court documents revealed that Coleman repeatedly admitted to investigators that she witnessed Anderson lying on top of him. I knew I heard her say that. Okay, so she said that she witnessed her lying on top of Cairo, who was face down on the bed, and he was still. Coleman allegedly told police that the unaliving was already done when she entered the room. She then said she helped Anderson put Cairo into a trash bag and fit him into the damn suitcase that was visual on all her live streams. So, forensic analysis of the fingerprints found on June 29th of 2022 of 2 trash bags found along the suitcase matched Coleman, who resided in Louisiana, and the other match was Anderson. So she was easier to catch, and she was going live every day too. So they started investigating her first, found the evidence of the suitcase in her background, and then all the weird stuff, and and then the investigation went from there. But at first, when it first started out, they had nothing because they didn't even have anybody that they could call, because they literally just had a kid. I mean, obviously no ID, fingerprints, but no record or anything like that. So, and he had not been reported missing because she ran off, she cut off her family, she cut off his dad, and she just left. And she was hoeing around. That's why she was going all these places and leaving him with that woman. That's how she was making her money. That's crazy, man. We gonna turn that demon time to godly time, okay? Because that's, man, yes. And I'm gonna live more at nights. I'm gonna go live more at nights after a while. I like that you went live, because I'm up that time of the morning, so I'll be looking for somebody that be live. So yeah, man. Yeah, it is crazy, man. This is the kind of stuff, y'all, that's going on in the world that normal people don't know about, but it's a lot of people on this time. It's a lot of people on this. And it's crazy. It's creepy. But y'all, it's a spiritual warfare. It is. Because they've been shutting down God, and more, they pushing them out. Don't nobody want to hear about it. People find religion always have divided us. Politics and religion, and y'all hear the people arguing about stuff online and all of that stuff, who I pray to, what I think, and all that. It really ain't nobody business. It's really not. People find issue with everything that you do. People find a reason to not like you, and they'll choose that as a reason. It's just ridiculous out here. Everybody want to be God, but when you're weak, who do you go to? Because we're human, and we're not always strong. And when you're I feel like if you don't believe in God, you don't believe in Jesus or a higher power, that's a lost soul. So what gives you your confidence that what do you lean on for, to empower you? What do you lean on for strength? That's why people are taking themselves out, because they hopeless. They don't have nobody. They don't believe nothing. That's crazy, man. It's crazy. Whew. But Anderson wait, hold on. I think this is the part. So according to previous reports, Anderson believed that her son had demons inside of him. It was you, bro. It was y'all inside of him, as outlined by several social media posts uploaded by Anderson between December 2021 and April of 2022. So again, social media helped solve this case too. People put everything online, but in this case, I'm very happy that they was able to, find this stuff and get these people locked up. You running around here talking about you a god with a sailor mouth, like what? But man, that just let y'all know it is some lost people out here that you just following anybody that tell you they God, or you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But anyway, in the post, Anderson wrote that she was looking to use protection spells, reverse spells. Okay, I already read that, but and other forms of hexes and curses. According to one post, Anderson said she needed to find a way to remove a very powerful demonic force from within her son. That's crazy. Who gonna remove it from you? These people be killing me. So an autopsy later revealed that Jordan had died as a result of an electrolyte imbalance. He had a viral gastroenteritis. So investigators also confirmed that Cairo had been unalive for around a week. Okay, that's the part. Good. Before his body was found by the mushroom hunter. I mean, it's not good, but I was wondering how long was he out there before they found him. See, we read over here. We read over here. You get all your answers when you read. You driving home and listening. So I'ma put this is their God. This is their leader. This is who they praise. Come on, man. This is crazy. Now, I do believe that God is within all of us. I absolutely do believe that. Yeah, I can't see this stuff at all. I was hoping I would be able to see it, but yeah. Hold on, let's listen at they God again, y'all. This is who we talking about.
Your savior is the breath. Your savior is meditation. Your savior is crystals. Your savior is nature. Your savior is herbs. Everything natural. Y'all not, Jesus not coming because he already here. He ain't fucking with nobody. You hear me? You make sure when you incarnate that you incarnate in a high vibrational family that's already spiritually tapped in. Because when you fucking bring your vibration down lower and lower every time you go, you incarnate in one of the worst fucking families with no love to help you wake up. What you do in this life is preparing for the next life or wherever you go. No more human shit. We can't do it. There are actually humans here that are mortal. We are not. Put you in a jar or something, you gonna get mad. But that same powerful motherfucker that you came to pull your blockages off of you, what you think they can do to you? I'm not just a healer. I'm not all love and light. And dark isn't bad. Dark is power. Dark and power. If we can take it off of you, what you think we can do to you? Your savior is the breath. Your savior is meditation.
Man, please listen here. Hey, this stuff is real too, y'all. They doing this stuff for real. You know? And it's wild. What is this one? And this was her, like I said, she didn't break her stride with streaming every day. And the suitcase is just right there. You know what I'm saying? Ready to go. Wow, that poor baby. Disgusting.
I'm telling you, I am not human at all. If you were one of the chosen, one of the extraterrestrials, and you know you signed a contract to be here, even if you don't get the download to go off the grid, get your ass in nature. We are not human. We came here to transcend human emotion. You cannot walk around here as an extraterrestrial chosen one with fucking gifts, walking around here with low self-worth in your heart chakra. And I do mystical things because I am a mystical being from another planet. If you really about this spiritual shit like you guys say, you would meditate and raise your vibration. Every animal that they said that was extinct is about to come up and out of the inner earth. Stop watching that motherfucking news. If you in any way know that you had a contract and you are not human, get your ass in nature now. I'm telling you, I am not human at all. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. Lock his ass up.
I wonder if she feel human now. Boy, listen, when you empower Negroes, that's what you get right there. She done lost her damn mind. Like, and that's just the light part. Like, what? What are you talking about? What? Man.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank
Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe and press that Wow. That's our show today, y'all. Let me see what y'all saying. She's right, not human, a damn dementic force. Exactly. She sure ain't. Something ain't right, man. She ain't nothing but a female nature boy. Man, listen. You see what happened to Nature Boy. Like, but that's crazy that people will follow that and just really, like, people is lost, man. That is scary. They don't want to believe in God or Jesus, but they'll just take a random person to believe in. Calling them mommy and what? Mama God and mother God? What? That's crazy. Shout out to Bronze in the building. That's insane. So if you sweep your own front door was a person. Oh, if sweep your own front door was a person. Our God is mighty and righteous. One, why would you can never associate tyranny with his name? Ours. Man. Big facts. Spiritual warfare. What we see. Open y'all third eye, man. It's definitely, it is definitely spiritual warfare. I mean, I see what's going on one end of it, just even as simple as the BBLs. Like, it's an agenda being pushed, and it started with George Floyd. When that flag got raised and when Obama was in office, that's when it switched. And then 2020 changed it up, and then now you can't tell who's who and what's what. And they're also changing it from the womb, the sex. So then you won't even know. Like, everybody always say, you know, well, you was born, you know, whatever. Now they're changing that. I mean, and this was a couple years ago that I found this out, so I don't know where they are with this, but they can actually change the sex of a child in the womb. A bunch of confusion. And I ain't gonna get all the way on that, but it's disturbing, and this kind of makes me think about that. But I mean, I will be covering this case. I will be coming back with some more information on this because it's a lot out there. This went on for a couple years before they arrested at least the mother, and y'all see they already got Dawn up out of here, sentence and everything. She ready to snitch. I just wonder, is she gonna change her religion while she in there? I mean, that's interesting. Very interesting. Oh, okay, you read, because I know he said, my bad, Miss V. I meant God is mighty and righteously. You can never associate your demonic possessions with his ways. She was psychotic. My bad. I got upset with it. Man, this is something to talk about then. For real. Like, it's a lot with this. I wish I could drop the link. But I ain't even on. I'm not on. What's the name? And I know it ain't gonna. I was typing fast as hell. I'm back. Had a call. Dang! I did not know you left. I missed that message. I probably was talking, reading, or something. But yeah, so I just wanted to say that we are going to be following this. That's for sure. Now, I don't know, with this not being a high-profile case, I'm sure that it probably wasn't televised, but they definitely televised the mother. But I'm gonna see Dawn Coleman trial. I'm gonna have to listen in on this. Okay, they got her sentencing. Wow, she looked like she gained a lot of weight since she been in there. Woman sentenced to 30 years. That was 4 months ago. She look a lot different, y'all. She look a lot different. She done gained weight. Looking old and crazy, but let's see.
to decades in prison. She is one of two people charged to the death. This is a story we've also been covering from the very beginning. Today, Dawn Coleman sentenced to decades in prison. She is one of two people charged to the death of 5-year-old Cairo Jordan, who was found dead in a suitcase in southern Indiana last year. Cairo's death shocking the small community in Washington County, Indiana, near Salem, after a mushroom hunter found his body stuffed in a Las Vegas-style suitcase in the middle of the woods in April of 2022. It took months for Cairo to be identified, even buried as the boy known to be God. Dawn Coleman was charged with aiding Cairo's mother, Dejaune Anderson.
No, it was the boy known only to God. I don't know how he said that, but dang, I should have put at least one.
Photojournalist Nelson Reyes report from the courtroom.
Dawn Coleman didn't show any emotion while inside of the courtroom Tuesday, and she decided not to speak. However, the judge didn't hold back before handing down her sentence.
Unfortunately, the walls of your jail cell for the next 25 years will be nothing compared to the walls of that suitcase.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I hope the image is forever etched in memory. It was thought that this child was possessed by the devil, but it's you, Dawn Coleman.
Exactly.
That has the devil in your soul.
Period.
Judge Larry Medlock
Period.
spoke passionately after learning loved ones didn't show up in support of Cairo Jordan.
What?
As a part of Coleman's plea deal, Medlock says she will serve a 30-year sentence. The first 25 years will be spent in the Indiana Department of Corrections. The remaining 5 were suspended, but Coleman will be on probation. Attorneys say Coleman will also testify against Cairo's mother once she's found. After today's hearing, Sergeant Kerry Holes with Indiana State Police shared where they are in locating Dejaune Anderson.
It's a very active investigation.
Wow, man. That's crazy. Well, he told her right, because that's exactly what it is. She's very much evil. Very much evil. And she sat there. Now, the part that tripped me out is that nobody came from his family. Let me see.
With this story here, a 5-year-old boy found dead inside of a suitcase in southern Indiana has been identified, and now 2 suspects have been named in connection with the death. The victim's mother, Dejaune Anderson, is wanted for murder. The body of 5-year-old Cairo Jordan was found inside of a suitcase in rural Washington County in April. Police were able to arrest the second suspect, Dawn Coleman, last week in California. Court records claim fingerprints from both suspects were found on a trash bag inside that suitcase. Right now, a nationwide search is underway for the victim's mother.
We desperately want the public's help in finding her and bringing her to justice. This whole case is all about justice for Cairo. That's the only thing this case has ever been about.
An autopsy concluded the boy died from an electrolyte imbalance, adding there was no obvious signs of trauma. Now tonight, for the first time, we're hearing from family members of Cairo. They said they're heartbroken and hoping for answers. Fox 39's Courtney Spelling tells us why the family had no idea anything was even wrong until yesterday.
A child who for months was only known as the boy found in a suitcase in rural Indiana now has a name. 5-year-old Cairo Jordan.
This still hasn't really sunk in.
Cairo's paternal grandparents and great-uncles say they only learned he died 1 day ago. The child they call a sweet boy would have turned 6 this week.
I would have wanted to know what kind of person he would have come to be.
Things like whether he would have grown up to play football.
So they knew a week before he would have been 6, and his dad found out on his 6th birthday. Man, that's sad.
Like his dad did when he was younger. Authorities are still trying to find Cairo's mother, Dejaune Anderson, now charged in his murder.
All she had to do was just, let us know, and we would have easily took him.
Family says Cairo's dad fought for joint custody of his son, who leaves behind several siblings.
He lost a child months ago and didn't even know about it.
Cairo's grandparents tell us they also made efforts to stay in touch with the boy's mother and her family.
The next thing I know, she disappeared.
Kimberly Jordan says Anderson moved around a lot, so her leaving wasn't a red flag at first. It was a few years since she brought Cairo around, but they say they had no idea he was in any danger.
For this to happen, it sort of blew your mind because, she seemed like she was a good mother.
Family says they bring that up because Anderson also has another child.
Although she didn't have custody of him, she made sure she fulfilled his every wish.
In a series of posts, Anderson indicated she believed Cairo was possessed. Family wishes anyone seeing these posts would have reached out to offer help.
That could have saved Cairo, that could have saved his mom, could have brought him back to Georgia, could have helped him in whatever way he needed.
As they work to grasp what happened to Cairo, they're grateful for the strangers who never stopped fighting for justice.
We definitely want to thank the people in Indiana who did give him a proper burial. That was so nice of them.
It shows what kind of humanity.
So on his headstone it says, "In love and memory of a beloved little boy known but to God." And then it says, "And sleep in the arms of Jesus." And they left the spot for his name. And they said, you know, in the video that they was going, well, I think I cut that part out, but they said that they were going to put it on his name on there. Shout out to Paige T. Clean. I am so sorry to hear that, Paige. Man, you are a survivor. And that is so sad, man. And she said, "Tears in my eyes. This hit different. I was a victim. Sad story." It really is. I mean, and just for it to be his own mother, and her so-called friend, the only faces that this little boy seen. Before I get out of here, I'm gonna play this 911. Not 911, but when they got pulled over by the cops. You can hear his little voice in the background.
On a blustery Saturday night in March, a South Carolina state trooper said this 2019 Dodge Challenger was going more than 30 miles over the speed limit. With sirens on, he chased for 30 miles until...
You think he ran out of gas?
They ran out of gas, and troopers used a pit maneuver.
Pit.
Eventually, the Challenger died.
Put your hands up!
They surrounded the car and repeatedly asked the driver, Dejaune Anderson, to open the doors.
We're gonna bust the glass!
When the doors finally opened, troopers took out Don Coleman first.
Oh no, there's a baby right there. I don't have nothing.
Then they pulled out Dejaune Anderson. With the two in handcuffs, they turned to the 5-year-old in the back seat.
Here, hold your jacket, okay? Back out. Let's try to get you out of here. Y'all just ran out of gas?
Yes, that's why we were trying to hurry up and get
to Georgia?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, you are under arrest.
Don Coleman says she's the child's aunt and can take care of him.
I'm going to call Lieutenant. Look ahead and see what you want to do with me. Sister, just get the child.
Yes.
Yeah, so they let Dawn go. They took the mother to jail. They let Dawn go. She stayed at a hotel with the little boy. They didn't take him, nothing. And then the mother got out the next morning, y'all. They did nothing for her doing sending them on a high-speed chase and doing all that. She was out the next day and back at it. And this happened a week before they did this to that little boy. 1 week. Had they took him, had they did something, you know, I mean, but God, and then the family just not even knowing where she at and ain't seen the little boy in years. You can tell that they are unattached. Nobody showed up in court. Nobody. I don't know where they live though, y'all. Though I know Dawn live in Louisiana. Her family might live somewhere else. I mean, because she traveled back and forth. I don't remember where they said her family was from, but still, God, wasn't nobody there for Cairo. Damn, no victim statements. That's sad to me. Poor baby. He was just left alone in the freaking woods, unknown to anybody. His mammy went free for a whole 2 years before they ever did anything. Family, just poor baby. He's safe in God's arms now, though. He is doing better than ever. But that's heartbreaking when you think about that part. All of it. He was a handsome little boy. Looked like he was well taken care of, too. The pictures that I seen, So that's it, y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. If you have not smashed the thumbs up, please do. If you're here on a replay, please subscribe to the channel. Drop down and leave a comment and let me know what you think about this. The mother was heartless. I mean, but listen, when I tell y'all that is countless cases like this, that a mother or somebody saying, it's usually a mother from what I've seen, that their child is possessed. Let me just see some. Well, dang. I put it in the wrong possession. But it is countless cases. They're on the rise that mothers have countless. And I'm gonna talk about a couple of them just in the midst of talking about this, just to prove a point that this stuff is happening out here more than we want to know, more than we think. But I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. We had 1 hour and 15 minutes. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. And y'all have a great rest of the day. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace and love, y'all. We out. Drop that fire and horns. Good members emojis on the way out if you got them. You too, Rooks. Thank you. Thank y'all for hanging out. Shout out to Mouthpiece. Amazing show. Thank you so much for hanging out. You said you're going live tonight. I'll be there. Have a great weekend. Shout out to Rooks again. Paige T. Clean, thank you so much for coming in. Good seeing you over here. It's been a minute. Paige used to hang out with me a little bit. Nobody was there for him. Nope. Heartbreaking. Thank you for the fire and horns, Rook. Hey. Peace and love, y'all. We out.